everyone. I hope so everyone is good. So children, as you all know that your annual exam will begin from 21st of February. So I would like to tell you most important thing that will be surely asked in your exams. So I'm telling you firstly history. So the first chapter it is about Egyptian civilization. So what it may ask in the exams, I have tick marked it and I have written also very important. So firstly see the gift of a Nile. It will be surely asked that why river Nile, why Egyptian civilization is called as a gift of a Nile. The next one is Kemet and Deshret. Okay, that it can be asked that state about two distinct land in the ancient Egypt. So you have to tell that Kemet and Deshret. Kemet is referred as a black land, Deshret is referred as a red land. The next is, it is very important, that is the three phases of ancient Egypt which was divided into during the period of ancient Egypt. Then the settlement, it will be surely asked that how many settlements were there. So you have to say two settlement. The first is Upper Egypt, second one is Lower Egypt. Then the most important question, who was the first pharaoh of the Egypt? So you will say King Narmer. Next is that who was the last pharaoh of the Egyptian civilization? You will say Cleopatra. And what is the meaning of pharaoh? Pharaoh means ruler of Egypt. It will be surely asked, children. And what was the status of the pharaoh? So the status of the pharaoh was God on earth. Children, whatever I am marking or I am telling you, it is very important. You have to study it carefully. If you will study only these things now, whatever I am going to tell you, whatever I would like to explain you, that it will be surely asked, then you will get a proper good marks. The next one, see. The next one is the main feature of Egyptian civilization. In it is town planning. The town planning included Memphis and Thebes. It is very important. It will be surely asked. Come on, next page. Next page, architecture. Architecture is very important. Why? Because pyramid and temples, it is very important. Then it can be, the name can be asked, the Great Pyramid of Giza and Sphinx, a mythological creature. These two pictures are very important. Sometime it may ask in the picture study also. The next, come on, social structures. There are three classes of a ancient Egypt society. They were living in the society. They were having three classes. The next, come on, children, that one is art and craft, but it is not so important. You just have to just study it. Okay, the next, come on, next page, religion and culture. It is very important. And it will be surely asked that who was the son of God, the creator of God. Then Osiris. Then what is the meaning of mummification? It is very important. And how it is preserved and what it is called as a mummies. It is very important, surely asked in the exams. The next one is writing. Which writing was invented during the period of Egyptian civilizations? You have to say hieroglyphic writing. Okay, so come on, next one, children. This is not so much important. This is very important. Decline of the Egyptian civilization, I have explained you very beautifully in the class also. I hope so you all have understood. It is very important, and it will be asking you in the section C, that state about the decline of Egyptian civilization. So you have to write by your own words whatever I have explained you, but you have to write it correctly. So children, I have discussed you regarding the Egyptian civilization, that what is important terms and what in the exams it will be going to ask. Okay, come on, next one. Next one is rise of Magadha. Okay, so rise of Magadha, the topic, it is also very important. The first one is rise of Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. What is the meaning of Janpadas and Mahajanpadas? It is very important. The next one, it may be asked that important Mahajanpadas means how many Mahajanpadas were there, who text Buddhist and Jain were mentioned in the existence of 6th century BCE. It is very important. Okay, children, it is very important, surely asked in your exams. And in these 16 Mahajanpadas, how many Janpadas were most powerful? Then you have to write this: Vatsa, Avanti, Kosala, Magda. Okay, 4 of them were very powerful. So it will be surely asked in your exams in the objective question or in the fill in the blank. So you have to study about these things also. Then come on, the next topic, the rise of Magadha. Rise of Magadha, Bimbisara, very important. Then children, come on the next one. Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, rule of Nandas, Mahapadma, Dhanananda. These you have to study very properly, because all the chapters, especially the rise of Magadha, is very important. Then come on, invasion of the Alexander the Great. It will be surely asked, children. It is very important. Okay, you have to study. It will be surely asked in your exams. So firstly, how you will write: Alexander, the ruler of Macedonia, was a powerful and ambitious man in ancient history. Then he has seized various empires, this much. Then you will write about the story of Porus. Okay, then come on. The next one, it is also very important, children, effect of Alexander invasions. So now we have discussed about the rise of Magda. The rise of the Magda, every topic is very important, children. Okay, so let's come on next chapter. Next chapter, it is given the Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan Empire, what you have to study, Mauryan Empire, you have to study about the sources of information, especially Indica, Arthashastra and Edict of Ashoka. So this is very important, children. Indica is very important. The next one, come on. Chandragupta Maurya. Who was Chandragupta Maurya? It is very, very important. Who was Chanakya? Chanakya was a scholar. Okay, and he came in whose period? He came in the Chandragupta Mauryan period. Then next, come on, children. Next, Bindusara. Who was Bindusara? Who was Ashoka? Ashoka is very, very important. You have to just study about small things regarding them. It will be very helpful for you. Then this Kalinga War and Ashoka Dhama is this very, very important, especially Kalinga War. It will be surely asked in your exams. Might be in section C. The next Ashoka Dhama. Ashoka Dhama is also very important. I have marked it, children. Okay, come on, next one. Next one, Ashoka Edict. I have explained you Ashoka Edict. It is also very important. Then end of Mauryan Empire. It may be asked, children, but you have to study this also. Okay. So especially whenever you are studying any chapter, children, so firstly go through the video which I have made. Then it will be very helpful for you to understand. Okay. Let's come on next one. Next and the last chapter in the history is Gupta Empire. Gupta Empire also I have made the video. So firstly what I have explained that Kushana Empire came, then who came? Gupta Empire. Okay, so in the question it may ask that in the section A only, short answer question, that why Gupta Empire is known as golden age in Indian history. It is very, very important. Then you have to remember about the sources of information, especially that the two topics are very important. The second one, this one is painting of Ajanta cave and iron pillar, children. It is very, very important. It will be surely asked in your exams. The next one is Kalidasa and Fahin. Kalidasa was a who? Kalidasa was a famous poet, and Fahin, who they both were also a one was a poet and one was a foreign traveler. They came in whose period? They came in Gupta Empire period. Okay, and these things are very important, children. This in the sources of information, what you have to study? You have to study about painting of Ajanta cave and the iron pillar. And the next is Kalidasa and Fahin. Okay, so come on the next topic, the Gupta Empire. It was founded by Shri Gupta and who was succeeded by Ghatotkacha. It is very, very important. Then children, the next one, it is Chandragupta first, Samudragupta, then Chandragupta second. These things are very, very important. It will be surely asked in your exams. Okay, then it may ask in your section A that who was called as Indian Napoleon. So you will say Samudragupta. Okay, you have to study about all these things. Chandragupta, Samudragupta, then Chandragupta second. If you are unable to understand, then see my video. It is beautifully explained. Then come on next one. Next, see. The administration of Gupta Empire is very, very important, children, especially this one. The Gupta Empire had a hierarchical system of administrations, and this Parmeshwara, Maharaja Dhiraja and Param Bhattaraka. This is very, very important. Then what was called as Amatyas? It will be surely asked in section A. Then what do you mean by Adhikarna? Adhikarna, the Council of Representative. Read the administration very carefully, children, because in the exams the question may come from outside, so it may ask from the middle of the book. Okay, then you have to study about religious lives, Vaishnavas and Bhakti cult, especially some of the god you have to study about that. Like Shakti cult, they were followers of goddess Shakti. Vaishnavism, Saivism, followers of Lord Shiva. Okay, now come on next topic. It is education. Education, children, what is most important in the during the period of Gupta's empire? The first was people were encouraged to learn Sanskrit literature, and the second was Nalanda University, children. It is very, very important. It will be surely asked that which university was built during the Gupta Empire. So you have to say Nalanda University. The next one, scientific progress. It is very, very important. It will be surely asked in your exams. And especially in the section C or in section B, the picture can be given, picture will be given regarding Aryabhatta. Sometime it may ask that who is he, and why he was famous for, and which book he has written. So you will say Aryabhatta was a mathematician and he wrote the book Bhattiyam. He suggested that day and night phenomena occur due to the rotation of the earth. Aryabhatta, then Varamira, Vagabhata, these things, these three scientists, they all were very children, very important. So you have to study it carefully. Okay, this is very important, surely ask in the exams. And sometime in the question also, iron pillar, especially in the picture study, sometime the iron pillar picture can be given. Okay, the next one children, it is not so much important, I think everything is finished. So in civics children, I am not giving you any terms that what is very important, because in the civics chapter, the chapter is regarding urban local self government. So you have to study everything, especially what do you mean by metropolitan city, it is very important. Then what is municipal corporation, municipal council, nagar panchayat, their populations, their sources of income. You have to study only civics, one chapter is there, so you have to study it properly. I hope so children, you all have understood. Okay, so mark it whatever I have told you. And especially see children, here one temple is there, I have not told you, the Shwarta temple at Devgarh. This is very important. Okay, and some literatures you have to study about this one also in the Mauryan empires. Okay, I hope so. I have explained you every chapters also. Now I have told you what is the important terms which can be asked in your exams. So children, what you have to do, you have to study it properly and you have to work hard. Okay children, bye bye, take care.